Love the Lord this morning.
Amen.
Give another hand clap of praise.
Praise the name of Jesus.
Thank you, Lord. Yes, Bibles, turn to the book of Revelation, chapter 3. Woke up with this on my heart this morning. I thought about it yesterday, but I really felt the pull to it this morning. So I got up to pray and read. How many knows we're living in a time like we've never lived in before? There's so much wickedness in the earth that's going on. And there's so many churches out there that believe they've got it right. And they're so far from the truth. We'll start reading here at verse 1, chapter 3. It says, "And unto the angel of the church in Sardis write, These things saith he that hath the 7 spirits of God and the 7 stars. I know thy works, that thou hast a name, that thou livest and art dead. Be watchful, and strengthen the things which remain, that are ready to die. For I have not found thy works perfect before God. Remember therefore how thou hast received and heard, and hold fast and repent. If therefore thou shalt not watch, I will come on thee as a thief, and thou shalt not know what hour I will come upon thee. Thou hast a few names even in Sardis, which have not defiled their garments, and they shall walk with me in white, for they are worthy. He that overcometh, the same shall be clothed in white raiment, and I will not blot out his name out of the book of life, but I will confess his name before my Father and before his angels. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches." As I was reading this morning and studying, the thing that came to me is we've got so many people that are still playing church. As I started reading and studying this out and reading out what the church of Sardis, what they were doing, they had a first love. They had it right at one time, Chris, but then they got into a form and a fashion. They got into a form and a fashion of religion. They got a form and a fashion of church that they thought they still had it right. They would come in, they would worship, they would sing their songs of praise, but there was no meaning to it. There was no depth to it. There was no life to it. Because they had walked away from their first love. They had walked away from the truth. They had let the little things creep in that slowly pulled them away to where they eventually thought, well, we just got everything right. And there's so many churches out there now that's full of people that are dead.
That's right.
There are dead churches everywhere that are so far from God and they just don't realize it. And yet you try to preach to them and tell them that, hey, this is the right thing to do. Oh, we got that. We're good. We love the Lord. We sing praises to Him.
Come
we
on.
pray to Him. But is there any life and any meaning to what you're doing? Are you just professing to those around you that you live for God? Or are you living the life of Christ? Are you letting Christ live through you and show those around you what you are trying to profess? Are you being a light into the world? Are you being that light to the lost world around us, that darkness around us? Are you being that lighthouse and shouting out there, follow me as I follow Christ?
Come on, Craig. Preach,
Are
brother.
you just being that white painted sepulchre that's just dead?
Come on. Preach, brother.
Are you just being that white sepulchre? It looks pretty on the outside, but it's
Come
dead. It don't have any life in it. It's just dead. That's what he was saying when he said, you have a name, but you're dead. You're dead. You're walking around, but you're dead. You have no life in you. What do you mean you have no life in you? We're walking around, we're living, we're breathing. Yeah, but is your spirit alive? Is your spirit alive?
Come on.
What are you feeding?
Amen.
We've compared these several times to which dog you're going to feed. You're going to feed the flesh or you're going to feed the spirit. Because whichever one you're going to feed the most is the one that's going to live. And I hate to say it, but I think we're still being feeding too much of the flesh and not enough of the spirit. Oh, it got quiet. If we were feeding the flesh, if we were feeding the spirit, Linda, like we should have this flesh conquered. We still got a long way to go, and that's a lot of the problem that people have got, is they think they've got it conquered and they have And that's what the church of Sardis done. They think they had it conquered. They think they had it down pat. And guess what? They didn't.
That's right.
They got to the point where they said, well, we've got as far as we can go with God. We've got it all conquered. We're good.
Lord.
And that's the state of the church today.
Come on.
We come in, we pay our tithes, we sing our praises to God, we give the preacher 15 minutes, and we walk out the door and we've done God a service.
Come on.
That's not what that's talking about. When you come into the house of God, you're giving Him praise from your heart. You're coming in, you don't worry about time, because time is God's time. It's not my time, it's not your time, it's God's time. I don't care if we come in here from the time the sun goes up to the time it goes down, it's still God's time.
Amen.
Amen.
Too many people have got their own agenda. They think they got to do it their way and their time and how
Come
it's
on.
set out. And that's not how God has ordained it. God has ordained it. He said, let me move in my time because it's my time.
Amen.
That's what's wrong with so many people. They want God to move in 15 minutes or be done.
Come on.
He might not move in 15 minutes. He might move in 17 minutes. And people cut him short. People cut him short every time and they miss the blessings of God.
Preach on.
They miss the blessings and they miss the instruction.
Right.
They shut him off.
Come on.
Just like what he was talking about, people wonder how long-winded Chris was. It don't matter how long-winded he was. Or how long-winded he is. If he's an anointed of God, that's all that matters.
Amen.
And that's
Amen.
what's wrong with so many people today, is they're just more worried about, well, how long-winded is this one and how short is that one? I want to hear this one because he preaches me a tickle. It don't matter if he preaches you a tickle. Is it anointed?
Amen.
Is it the truth? Is he preaching what's going to get you right? Is he preaching what's going to
Preach,
get you
brother.
up? Is he preaching what's going to get you to
Come
heaven?
on, tell it.
And let me tell you something. Something that's just going to tickle your ear is
Preach.
not going to get you to heaven.
Preach, brother.
I can preach you a
Amen.
tickle all day long, and I can tell you to make you smile and feel good, laugh and giggle all day long.
Come on.
But at the end of the day, you're still lost in the ball and how weak and going to hell.
Come on.
The only thing that's going to get us and where we need to go is preaching a holiness standard.
Come
And
on.
that's the only thing that's still going to get us there.
Come on.
So many
Amen.
times when the holiness standard has been tossed to the wayside, Chris. It's not just a way of dress or a way of walk, it's a way of life. And so many people have got confused with being just a way we dress, that that's all they believe it needs to be.
Come on.
It's not just a way of dress, it's a way of life.
Come on.
You have to walk right, act right, talk right, think right, step right.
Come on. Come on.
But people have got it all misconstrued everywhere.
Right.
The church has got to wake up because it's coming to the close.
Right.
He's tired of playing games. He's tired of the games, Anthony. He said, I want the bride that's made itself ready. And sitting there and just preaching the things that's going to tickle the ears of God, what's going to make the church ready. That's not going to make the bride ready. The thing that's going to make the bride ready is the things that hurts.
Come on.
The things that hurt, the things that tell you, hey, you've got to kill this flesh. You've got to set these things aside. Hey, you need to separate yourself.
Come on.
You start preaching, we need to fast and pray more, and people might as well just curl up under the benches.
Come on.
Hello.
Come on.
Why? Because it hurts the flesh.
Preach, brother.
Because somebody's sitting there thinking, ooh, I'm going out here to McDonald's at the church. And he's preaching on fasting. Oh, God, don't preach on that.
Preach
I was
on.
going out here to the steakhouse to get me a nice piece of T-bone. Here he's preaching fasting. Well,
Come on.
which dog you going to feed?
Come on.
The ministers that get up behind this pulpit and preach to you and sit there and make your flesh mad are the same men that have fought this thing before you did.
Right.
Come on.
Come on.
Right?
Come on.
Man.
Preachers, do we fight it before we deliver it? Am I the only one?
Come
No,
on.
sir. We all do.
So you ain't the only ones getting it. We get it before you do.
That's right.
And guess what? We have the same reactions behind closed doors that we can see whenever we preach it. Oh, God, no. Why? Why me, Lord? Because I'm trying to clean you up, son.
Come on.
Because there's still a spot over here that ain't clean yet.
Come on.
Amen.
That's what he's trying to get his church to understand. That's what he's trying to get his bride to understand. Is we've still got spots and blemishes that we think we've got taken care of, and they're still showing.
Right. Right.
We still got people coming in wanting to play church.
Come on.
We still got people wanting to come in and just go, hallelujah, thank you, Lord, and go out and live like hell the rest of the week.
Oh boy.
Come on.
Hello, I'm going to go there.
Come on.
You cannot come in here and try to live like a saint on Sunday and live like hell the rest of the week.
Right. Come on.
That is not how God is not pleased with someone who's going to do that.
Amen.
Because the only thing you've done is you have convinced yourself that you're okay.
Come on.
You have sat there and convinced yourself that you're going to make it.
Come on.
There's going to be many a man and woman stand before God that day and find out that guess what? They were not okay.
Right.
They lied to themselves.
Come on.
And the sad part about it is, too, there's going to be many a man and woman that stood there as a minister of God. It's supposed to be an oracle of God to stand there and say, you lied to my people.
Come on. Right.
And they're going to have all the blood of those that they preach to on their hands.
Come
Amen.
on.
I'm going to tell you something. I don't want to be one of those ministers.
Amen.
I don't care if it hurts a feeling, stubs a toe, skins the bark off a tree. I'm going to tell you the truth.
Come on.
Because it comes to me first and I had to deal with it, so there it is.
Come on.
If I can get over it, you can too.
Amen.
Right?
Right.
Sometimes it does hurt. Sometimes you do ask questions, Lord, why? But it's not a sin. Why do you want me to get rid of this?
Come on.
My reason might not be your reason.
Right.
For me, it just may be because it's wasting my time.
Come on.
For you, it may be because it's actually impeding you between you and God.
Right.
Hello?
Come on.
God loves us, church. He wouldn't be delivering all these hard messages we've been. He's trying to straighten us up.
That's right.
Do you not get rough with your child sometimes? If you sit there and you tell them over and over and over, and finally you have to jerk a knot in their tail. Say, listen here, boy.
Come on.
Ask Ian, he'll tell you. As he hides. You'll tell the child so many times until finally you've hit that limit.
Right.
Right?
Come on.
Ain't you glad that God is a whole lot more long-suffering than we are? And more patient than we are?
We'd be in big trouble if he wouldn't.
Because I tell you something, before he started dealing with me, I had the worst temper. My wife will testify for you. I had the worst temper. I had this much patience. If it didn't get done right, I lost it.
Come on.
I just lost it. And being in a position I'm in now, where I work at, you can't just lose it. Because guess what? They're going to tell me to hit the door.
Come on.
Real quick.
Come on.
You got to be patient. And over the years, as I got back in church, and I let God work on me, and got filled with the Holy Ghost, He's worked on my patience.
Come on.
And He's worked on my anger a whole lot too. Yeah, I still get angry. Yeah, that's one thing I still got to work on. I'm not ashamed to admit it.
Come on.
And I'm not saying my patience is perfect either. Because I still got a whole lot of work to do there. But ain't you glad His patience is a whole lot more than ours?
Amen.
Because there have been several times with every one of us in here, He just said, I'm done. That's it, I'm done. And just threw us away and walked off. But church, He's been long suffering. But eventually that patience is going to run thin.
Right.
And He's going to say, I'm done.
Right.
He's gave us a space of time to get our act cleaned up and get it right. We better take it. We better take full advantage of it.
Amen.
Because He's coming back.
Right.
And He's coming back after a bride that's made itself ready.
Right.
And if you're not ready at that time, there's no wait, no more wait a minute, Lord.
Come on.
Hang on, I'll get it right. That's it, it's done. So church, make sure of your salvation. Make sure that we are not just playing church. Make sure that when we come in here, we are 100% dedicated as when we walk in, as when we walk out of these doors.
Right.
That we're living what we profess in these doors,
Amen.
out of those doors.
Amen.
Because there's too many churches that are out here that you can see them. Yeah, I go to church, and they walk away from me, and they cuss like Satan. Don't have to walk away from you. Just go on Facebook.
Come on.
Praise God 1 minute, next minute it's got so many cuss words in it, you don't, it's just pathetic.
Come on.
That's why I don't even get on my Facebook much anymore. I keep it for close friends and church and family and stuff like that. But some of my family sometimes, I'm glad God has patience. But there's times you love to take a bar of soap.
Come on.
I told them that at work
Steel
one day.
brush.
I told them that at work one day. I walked in early one morning. Night shift was still there. Some people were in the office, and I could overhear them. And it was blah, 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 blah. It was word after word after word after word after word. Looked over at the guy next to me. Said, "You used to work on that shift." I said, "How'd you do it?" I said, "Let me tell you something. He wouldn't do me no good work on night shift." He said, "No, but he wouldn't do it." I said, "Y'all all right." I said, "I'd have a bar of soap for every one of them, didn't I?" Step on a toe and insert the soap. Well, but yet you sit there and say, "Oh, I've got someone that's sick or someone that, oh, I'll be praying for you." I don't want your prayers if you ain't living what you're professing.
Come on.
Hello? Because I don't know what you're praying to.
That's it. No power in that. Come on.
Because it certainly ain't the power of God.
Amen. Bless him, Lord.
Sit there and think about that. Just look at a Facebook post sometime. So-and-so sick, need prayer. Oh, I'm praying. My prayers with you. Thoughts and prayers, prayer. And you look out there, 500 people, 10 of them may be actually living what they're professing.
Come on.
Now, I want you to think about that in the church world. How many in churches all across the land today are full of people that are sitting there in the house of God and are actually living what they profess?
Come on.
That's what he told them in Sardis. Then he said, "There are just a few among you." Just a few. Hello?
Come on.
So let's make sure our garments are clean.
Amen.
Make sure that we are living 100% what we profess.
Amen.
Don't be those that he is not pleased with.
Yeah.
Be those that he can say, "I'm pleased with you."
Come on.
That way when he comes back, he can say, "Come on in. You fought this long and hard fight. Come on in. It's time."
Hallelujah.
Don't be the one that turns away. Amen. I know we're on live stream. And I know everybody in here, I know what they live and I know what they profess. But there's somebody out there that's watching this maybe that may be trying to live a double life. Maybe it's for them. Don't be that statistic. Don't be that statistic. Live what you profess. Love God with everything in you. Amen. You love the Lord this morning?
Amen.
Give him a good hand clap of praise.
Praise the Lord.
Let's love the Lord this morning. I thank him. I praise him. Can't praise him enough. Amen. Anybody needs prayer? Everybody
Jesus.
the Lord give him deliver this morning. Anybody needs prayer, come up and we'll pray. If not, I'll turn it back over to Brother
Thank you,
Preacher.
Jesus.